Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. We're up to the third leg of the quaddie this weekend at Royal Randwick, and it's the Guy Walter Stakes. And Mike, it's been nearly 4 years since that great trainer of mares passed. And look, Ronny Quinton is another one of those trainers to pretty much pick up the mantle with these mares. Daisy Doom fired fresh. Now he's got DIXIE Blossoms returning here. And I know this horse, Mike, when she goes around, she pretty much becomes your number one girl in life, doesn't she?
I've loved her for so long, but she's going down the pecking order. My partner Frankie, my daughter Grace, obviously, the new filly I just bought with Matthew Smith.
That's probably true.
Maybe DIXIE Blossoms going down. Group 2, 1400 metres, fair to steady tempo, good conditions with fair bias we talked about. Across the three key factors, we're playing Randwick in this race. Some of these mares love the Randwick track. Stage of preparation 2, which ones are ready to peak. And a tactical race again, you need the right spot near the pace we think.
Well, we've had a couple of short price favourites to start the day, including Winks. Let's have a look at the market now for this third leg of the quaddie. And DIXIE Blossoms, some great support. $4 into $3.50 is the favourite for the Guy Walter Stakes. Raymond there, $4.40. Eckstein at $6. Danish Twist has had the run, $7.50. Faraway Town, $8. And a couple of bit of interest here in the Kiwis. Francoletta into $8.50 from as much as 11, Mike. So it's good to see a little bit of support for the Kiwis, but a little bit of support for your great mare, DIXIE Blossoms.
Yeah, she's pretty good. We'll look at her. So we won't look at her in the first replay. We'll look at her race that was more recently, a couple of weeks ago, and see how Faraway Town did. A horse that's absolutely flying this preparation. Sure like Shamook was on the same day. She was 3 wide, no cover the whole way, but you could get wide that day and still win, like we said before. Raymond just behind her with cover. Eckstein coming wider. She had a big weight this day, Stu.
She had the big weight. Look, Faraway Town, yeah, look, you can't knock a winning horse. Matty Smith's just got this horse absolutely firing at Randwick, importantly.
Yeah, all three horses attacked the line at their best. Raymond just held up a little tiny bit. You've got to love the way she found the line. Eckstein first up off a freshen there. She often improves second up off that break.
We know so many of these horses, mate, they just get some of these rivalries together. DIXIE Blossom, Danish is in there as well, Danish Twist. Let's have a look, and why don't we have a look at this? This is what they do, isn't it?
These Sydney mares, they are so closely matched. Daisy Doom's in this mix. Obviously, she won last week. Ronny Quinton trying to keep them separated. Look, Daisy Doom and DIXIE Blossoms are raced so many times, and so is Danish Twist. Danish Twist coming to the inside in the yellow. DIXIE Blossom sprinting best out wide in the pink. At her best, she usually wins this race, but there's not much between them, is there, Stu?
D's all over the place. So it's DIXIE Blossoms out wide that we're looking at. You're right, there's not much between them, and it's so hard to split. So can this be that sort of race where the key factors can really dig in?
I think so, and they both like Randwick, these mares, so it could make the difference for both of them.
All important. Let's see if that's a key factor. But who's got the form, Mike? DIXIE Blossoms obviously coming back from this group racing. Yeah,
she's the classy horse. She probably should have won a Group 1 last start at Flemington. Her trials are unbelievable. Light her up, gold bar for form for her.
So DIXIE just starting out, and you mentioned it, Royal Randwick. Here we go. We're going to see some gold here.
She absolutely loves Royal Randwick. No wonder Ronny Quinton saved her a week and put Daisy Doom in the other race. Danish Twist won the provincial championships, I think. Remember that a couple of years ago? So she's going to love Royal Randwick as well. Slightly sweet. Big gold bar for her too.
And stage of preparation, a few of these have just got the edge on DIXIE Blossoms coming back from a spell.
Yeah, Eckstein's a funny one. You can go either way. So deep into her prep, but second up off a freshen is a big tick for us. Danish Twist, we think she can improve. Second up is often her best run.
And with all these mares, a position in run, you just don't need any excuses, do you?
Yeah, wide barrier first up. A bit of a risk for DIXIE Blossoms. Raymond gets a nice spot behind the pace. Eckstein too. The two Kiwis on pace, Francoletta, I think she's called, and Aide Memoir. They get a gold bar as well.
So Eckstein's just levelled up there to DIXIE Blossoms as they hit the line. Danish Twist just in behind. A bit of gold there for Raymond. The Kiwi you've mentioned. Let's bring in these odds, Mike. It's time for a bet. But it is a mares race during the carnival at Randwick. This is always tough. So look, $3.50 DIXIE. We've seen that. Eckstein liking this at $6. A little bit of each value there. Danish never far away. A few on that line behind. Oh, Mike, where are we going here? There's a little bit of money for the Kiwi here. What do we sense in that?
Yeah, tiny bit of edge in this race, more than the last race at least. Francoletta, we've gone a little bit against her, but you can put a big asterisk against that horse. We don't really know what she's going to do on Saturday. Raymond we're going against. The top three for us are the ones that we're choosing between. Eckstein's better odds than DIXIE Blossoms. I absolutely love DIXIE Blossoms, so it's good to go against my bias as well.
I can't believe it.
Eckstein each way from the good barrier. She's really good second up from a freshen, and put all the three top horses in a Quinella trifecta, other multiples as well.
All right, there's a look at that, the third leg of the quad.